So it's been about a year since this happened, and I just want people to understand how horrible of a story this has been. This has been the greatest story WWE has ever told that nobody cares about. Zero people care. I don't care. You don't care. Nobody cares anymore. This was such a good story. You don't understand. If you don't know what it took for him to get here, this was a journey of freaking decades. His dad was a pro wrestler back in the 70s and 80s, never being able to win the big one at the time, the WWF Championship. He won a lot of the mid-card titles and whatever. I think some tag stuff, or nobody cares about tag titles. Never the big one. He held it for like 30 seconds in like Madison Square Garden, but it wasn't his title, and he actually didn't win anything. So that guy had two sons. One was this guy, Cody Rhodes. The other one was freaking Goldust. Nobody cares about Goldust. This guy was actually on Goldust's level at a certain point, being Stardust, which at that point he was dead, but for somehow he managed to revive himself, get himself a way better gimmick, and come back looking like an actual liable main eventer. Going through all the adversity he had to go through with starting in the WWE, being paired with Legacy, having to be compared to, I guess, the second guy next to Ted DiBiase, to having a little singles run, winning the IC title probably once or twice. I think he won it once or twice. To then just being dashing Cody Rhodes, to undashing Cody Rhodes, to being Stardust, to leaving, to starting AEW, to coming back, to tearing his pec. Like, look, this has been a journey for the boy. This has been a journey for him to finish his story. The whole entire thing of his father, all the way to this night of him winning this, that entire saga. Great. That took like freaking 40 years to actually complete, because this story started before he was even born. Like, it's just a good story. But stories are only as good as their ending. That, like, the ending will make or break you. If you have a bad ending but a good movie, probably still going to be a shit movie, because you didn't conclude all that in a nice package. You didn't, all the stuff you had going on in the beginning, all the great stuff that enticed me to watch, the ending did not satisfy that beginning part. I'm very unsatisfied, because this sucks so much that I no longer care about any of this. Really don't. That is what's going on here. Right now, after winning this, every single thing this guy has done has been so irrelevant that it's, for me, and a lot of you, kill the story. Don't care about the story. I'd rather him lose this at this point almost to anyone else. Literally almost anyone else would be far more interesting than this guy at this point. So dead, so boring, so uninteresting. This guy comes out almost every week, because sometimes he's not there, comes out every single week, cuts the very same promo. Like the literal same promo. It doesn't matter who he's facing. It doesn't matter who the opponent is. None of that matters. Zero matters. The only thing that matters is him coming out, getting the whoa pop, getting in the ring, and just like, what is he saying? I respect you. What is he saying? Like, I love you. I care about, like, this person wants to take your title, and you're expressing love and care and affection, and you're crying. And like, we've been seeing this for months. I don't want a champion. I don't want someone holding this belt crying and talking about love and care and affection to their opponent. I want this to be powerful. I want this to mean literally everything. If you have this, you are the final boss of wrestling. You are the greatest wrestler on the freaking planet. You are just different. Incredibly different, incredibly special. These promos have been very beta. Beta. Zero beta. I don't want to see beta. I don't want this. I don't want to just watch SmackDown every single Friday, get the very same dead, very predictable, very mundane Cody Rhodes. Just nothing interesting, nothing important, not elevating this at all. If anything, bringing this down. I don't care about this. I care, honestly, more about the freaking IC title. Do I? Not really. Okay, I still care. I still care. The value is not as high. Like, for me to even give it a comparison to the IC title, even though I'd stop myself from going there, still, because Braun Breaker is not any better. Still, this deserves a lot more praise. This deserves a lot more interest, more respect. What he's been doing over the last year has been some of the worst storytelling of all time. Has been some of the worst matchmaking I've ever seen in my life. Has been some of the most boring television ever. He's way more better chasing this or chasing honestly anything than holding it and being any type of champion. This is your chance to prove us wrong. This is your chance to let us know, the fans, that we made a decision, the right decision, by forcing WWE's hand to give this to you because we believed. We, as a fans, believed in you. And you fucking failed, man. Failed. Horrible title reign. Absolutely freaking sucks. But guess what? Like, it doesn't get any better because we might get him versus John Cena. I don't want John Cena to win, but I don't want him to retain. So, F me, right? Like, I can't get anything, right? I can't get any good outcome here. There's only one way to save Night 2 WrestleMania. One way. Well, there's two. We'll talk about it in another video. And that's going to be a long one. And this one, though, greatest story that nobody no longer cares about. Zero people give a shit. This title on literally anyone else, I would care a lot more. This title on Jacob Fatu, I gave a shit. The title on Rey Mysterio, I gave a shit. This title on, I don't care. Bo Dallas, literally anyone, I would care more than Cody Rhodes. All those guys have told way better stories in the last year over Cody Rhodes. Chad Gable holding this, way better storyteller over the last year than this guy in the last year. Like, I don't know what you want me to say. You got to create a new star. I know this is the first time he's actually holding this thing, so he is a star in the making. Yeah, but it didn't work. So now we take this off of him and give it to someone who's interesting, like Drew McIntyre. Someone else. Just like, let's figure this out. So WrestleMania, I really hope he doesn't end WrestleMania holding the title. Whoever's in there with him, not John Cena, needs to win this thing. If it's John Cena, I'd rather him retain, honestly. So